You'll hear a lot of people talking about the term self-sufficiency, and what that basically means is that they want to get to a position where they are not needing to buy anything, that everything they need they can produce themselves from their land. Things like compost is a good example of self-sufficiency, in as much as you make your own compost from what you produce on your land, and therefore you don't need to buy any. Another thing that is part of self-sufficiency is getting your own seeds. And that's what I'm going to show you in this video today, how you can get your seeds from your current plants for peas and French beans for next year, so that you don't need to buy them again. So if you do like the video, don't forget to give it the thumbs up, and if you want to subscribe to the channel for future videos on how to sow and grow fruit and veg and 1 or 2 recipe ideas, then don't forget to press the subscribe button. So here you can see, well, I suppose what is the remains of my climbing French beans. There's not an awful lot left of them. You can see that the leaves have mainly fallen off to the ground, and I've tidied a lot of them up. The stems are still there, and there are still 1 or 2 French beans that are still on the stems. And just at the side here we have my Mangetout. These are the variety called Oregon Sugar Pod, and they've gone completely dry. And if you do want your own seeds, you're going to have to be prepared for a little bit of untidiness. I personally like a tidy allotment, and leaving the plants like this is sometimes quite difficult, because it is necessary in order to get the seeds. So basically, to get your own seeds for beans or for Mangetout or peas, you have to let them grow on. So you don't pick all of them, you leave a few on, or as many as you want, to produce your seeds for next year. And notice that they will go different colours. Now these ones here, these green ones, I won't get the seeds off them just yet. I need to leave them on a little bit longer. In fact, they're almost harvestable. I could take them home and cook them and use them, but I've got plenty, so I'm not going to. I'm just going to let them grow on. What I'll be looking for, and the ones that I've picked, are this colour here. These are climbing French beans. I think they're a variety called Cobra, and you'll notice that even though it's got a funny shape, it's got a reddish yellowy colour. That is what I'm looking for. And all we'll do is we will take it off. We'll put that in our bucket, and then I'll show you how to get the seeds from them. So in the bucket here you can see the climbing French beans that I've picked for the seeds for next year. There's quite a few in there, and as you'll see when I open them up, there will be a number of seeds in each of those pods. There's also in the side, just as an example, I've picked 1 or 2 Mangetout pods to show you what they should look like as well. So let's open a few up and see what seeds we've got. So when we've actually picked all of the pods from the plants that we want to use for seed pods, we just take one out, and here you can see I've got a fairly sort of large pod, and then you literally split it, and inside you can see all of these wonderful black seeds. These are in perfect condition. They're shiny, they look really healthy, and all I'll do now is I'll shell all these pods in the bucket, and I will collect all of these seeds and I'll put them into an airtight container and label them. I may well leave the lid off the container for a few days just to get rid of any lingering moisture or humidity that might be that they might have gained from within the pods, but that really is just a belt and braces job to make sure they're completely dry. You want to make sure that there isn't any moisture in the seeds or near the seeds, and that's why you store them in an airtight container, because if you do, you tend to find that the seeds will start to rot. So that's what we're going to do then. We're going to take all of the shells off and collect the seeds. With the Mangetout, it's exactly the same. We'll take them off, open one up. This is a Mangetout pod, and it's harvested in exactly the same way, and there you can see the seeds. What we're looking at for Mangetout, we were looking for this dull green colour. Now there's 1 or 2 pods that I have on the Mangetout that have gone too far. These have actually gone a light brown. I won't keep those. I think they've gone too far. So I'm looking for these light green seeds, which I'll put into an airtight container, and again they'll be good for next year. So we've still got these seeds to collect from these pods over here. So I've shelled, I'd say, about a dozen pods, and as you can see I've got a decent tub of really healthy seeds there for my French beans. I'll let them dry out, and next year I will plant those in. But just while I was doing that, I just thought I'd mention this, because just check the seeds as you take them out the pods, because sometimes you'll notice that the skins will split on them. You might get 1 or 2 like this, and you might as well discard them because they need the skin or the shell for their protection, so that type of seed is no good. So just check them to make sure that they haven't got any blemishes like this, or and the shells are completely intact. You don't need to worry too much about it because you get so many of them anyway, as you can see here. Actually, I've just noticed one here. Actually, you can probably just make out just on the edge, it's just starting to split there, so I'll probably discard that one as well. So that's not bad for 12 to 15 pods of beans, and I've got some more to collect as well. So it just shows you how many seeds you can collect for yourself. This is the Mangetout, and this is where I believe the seeds have gone too far. They've gone that browny type of colour, so I won't save them. I just want that dull green colour, and the only reason that's happened is because I've left them on too long. So you just need to make sure when you're collecting your seeds, you try and pick them at the right time. So one of the great benefits of getting your own seeds is that you firstly will save money, and secondly, I think just as important is that you can confidently collect seeds from varieties that you know and trust, and then you get this regular supply of seeds constantly. So that's how you collect seeds from your peas and beans. Other seed collections are in different ways from for other types of vegetables, and I will show you one or two of those as I collect them in future videos. But if you have liked this video and found it useful, then don't forget to give it the thumbs up, and if you want to subscribe to the channel for future videos on how to sow and grow fruit and veg and one or two recipe ideas, and don't forget to press the subscribe button, and I'll see you all in the next video.